Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's cause he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the money, now you're wrong, what you getting in? Perfect Flex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, this a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You can call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go!
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
And we are here, and we are live, everybody. Welcome back to the Mike Knoxxx Show. And today on the Mike Knoxxx Show, the best pro wrestling of 2025 edition. You know, Vaughn, can somebody do me a favor? Can somebody please get my beautiful face on this damn screen? Because I'm a handsome man and somebody needs to see that I am handsome. Thank you. There we go. Welcome.
Yo, it's prime time.
EST.
Soul Man, Rocky Johnson.
It's the Honky Tonk Man.
NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? The Mike Knoxxx Show, that's 3 X's cause he's hardcore, present This Week in Wrestling History with King Vaughn. Yo, it's prime time.
All right, so I'm doing them now. All right then. So thank you very much. This King Vaughn Jr. of the Victorious Ones podcast and Perfect Plex Talk Radio here to give you the week in wrestling history. December 9th, 2001, WWF Vengeance took place at the San Diego Sports Arena in San Diego, California. This is the night that the WWE merged their world title with the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. So this is the night that Chris Jericho defeated The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin on the same night to become the first ever undisputed champion. You know, thanks by way of interference from Booker T, Ric Flair, and Vince McMahon. You know, and so December 10th, 1972, Ric Flair made his professional wrestling debut of course, in Wisconsin. And of course, the first match was a time limit draw. And on that same day in 1973, Bruno Sammartino defeated Stan Stasiak at Madison Square Garden to win his second WWF championship. He became the first man to win the belt on more than one occasion. And so, all right, you got it? All right, so that was my mic in the background. Of course, the same day in 2000, WWE held their Armageddon pay-per-view in the Birmingham Jefferson Civic Center in Alabama. So the main event was, of course, the 6-man Hell in a Cell match where Kurt Angle successfully defended the title against Stone Cold Steve Austin, Rikishi, The Rock, The Undertaker, and Triple H. And the match was most known for Undertaker chokeslammer Rikishi, from the top of the cell onto that flatbed truck. And of course, on the card, Edge and Christian won the WWF Tag Team Championship match in a fatal 4-way against the Dudley Boys, Road Dogg and K-Quick, and Right to Censor. On the same day in 2020, Tiny Lister, aka Zeus, passed away. Of course, in his home in Marina Del Rey, California, at the age of 62. December 11th, 1997, at a Raw's War taping, Commissioner Sergeant Slaughter set up a European Championship match between champion Shawn Michaels and his DX teammate Triple H. And of course, rather than sow seeds of tension, of course, Shawn Michaels, who was the WWF champion, theatrically laid down his title for Triple H. So this is the original finger poke of doom, but it was only funnier. On the same day in 2014, NXT TakeOver 3 Revolution took place at Full Sail. And of course, we saw the debut of Kevin Owens defeating C.J. Parker, now known as Juice Robinson. In the main event, NXT fan favorite Sami Zayn was able to capture the NXT Championship, defeating Neville, who's also now known as Pac. And of course, after the match, of course, Sami Zayn's friend and former tag partner Kevin Owens came out to celebrate with him before turning on him with an attack, including a powerbomb on the ring apron. December 12th, 1999, WWF presented Armageddon at, of course, in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And the event was most known for the true beginnings of the McMahon-Helmsley era, and when Stephanie McMahon turned on her dad, Vince, at the conclusion of the main event street fight against Triple H. Of course, in the storyline, Triple H had drugged and married Stephanie against her will, and weeks prior to that, it was revealed that it was a trick all along, the two being cohorts to dethrone Vince McMahon for power in WWE. You know how fitting that's become. 2004 Armageddon took place, in the main event saw JBL retain the WWE Championship in a fatal four-way match against Booker T, The Undertaker, and Eddie Guerrero. Of course, as far as birthdays, on December 7th, Rick Rude would have turned 67. Dean Ambrose, or now John Moxley, turns 40. December 9th, of course, Hall of Famer and Olympic gold medalist, multi-time champion Kurt Angle, the legendary Kurt Angle, turns 57. Of course, Jakara Jackson, or Mara Sade, turns 31. December 10th, JTG turns 41. December 11th, Rey Mysterio turns 51. December 12th, Ultimo Dragon turns 59. Sabu would have turned 60. And of course, Jose Lothario, who was Shawn Michaels' manager, would have turned 91. And that's a week in wrestling history. Mike Knoxxx, back to you.
Yo, 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 it's crime time.
EST.
Soul Man, Rocky Johnson.
It's the Honky Tonk Man.
NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? The Mike Knoxxx Show, that's 3 X's because he's hardcore. Present This Week in Wrestling History with King Vaughn.
Hey, King Vaughn, thank you for that, man. Audio's issues as they are have been just plaguing me today with the system. I don't know what's going on, so I definitely apologize. Hey, Vaughn, we've been doing this for over a decade. I'm never late.
Never, ever.
So I appreciate the patience and everything else, guys. This is my end of the year review. Not even like, every show now does the same thing, Vaughn. And we've talked about this over the years past, and it's frustrated me. The years I spent 4 years on help building Unpopular Review, from having award shows to things of that nature, to us introducing the world to the Plexi Awards, back with me, you, Spot Face holding things down. So
Definitely.
This year, I haven't been the biggest wrestling festive fan as I've been. And that's a reason why I built the Plexis, was the end of the year's worst, the worst of the year. So if any year ever deserved Plexis, to me, it's this year. But there has been some good moments and some bad moments. And I want to talk about those moments today. If you would indulge me, please comment below. Let us know your thoughts. Like, follow, subscribe, and share this notification with those who are out there loving wrestling and talking about the year. Some people say this is the best year we've had in wrestling. I don't know why they're saying that, because I'm going to call, as the kids would say, that's cap. Okay, that just flat out, in my opinion, wrong. But hey, the best thing about the Mike Knoxxx Show, and what I've always known about the Mike Knoxxx Show, that is hosted by Mike Knoxxx, produced by Mike Knoxxx, styled by Mike Knoxxx, executive producer by King Vaughn 301, King Vaughn Genius 301, the Victorious Ones podcast every Thursday as well. But y'all get the picture here. All right. Tag a friend in, and if you don't like it, listen anyway. I promise you, it's the best damn talk show going today. Why? Because we started all this shit, and we're going to continue it. Okay. But going into this year, Vaughn, there was a lot of stuff in pro wrestling that, shall I say, was good, and shall I say was bad. So tonight, I really just want to focus on just that, the best moments of this past year. And I would say there were quite a bit of them, but I'm going to start with something very recently. And it was Blood and Guts. Like, and I'm going to AEW this Wednesday. Winter is coming here in Atlanta. And I've always been who Mike Knoxxx is. I will speak my mind of the media, of how I choose to watch a wrestling product. And I've always supported AEW. I haven't always been the biggest fan of AEW, but I've always supported them. And I thought this was a very big year for them. We've even had a couple of shows this year, Vaughn, led off with more heavily AEW conversations.
Yeah.
And things of that nature. And we talked about, we just had Survivor Series War Games come. I personally thought War Games was trash this year.
Yeah,
and I thought Blood and Guts was that much superior than what we got from Survivor Series. It's one of my other good moments from this year. Was that and at War, I mean at Blood and Guts, but also at Blood and Guts, one of the standouts to me, as I said, also was the females in this match. I know that a lot of people want to hate on somebody I'm going to talk about a little bit later here in the program, and that's Mercedes Moné, the greatest women's wrestler alive today at this active moment. Oh, there it is. Thank you. BGM, Black Girl Magic. You in the chat, go and give me my BGM checks all over the scene. Let them know what we mean and how we feel and what we say.
Absolutely.
All right. But all jokes aside, I'm actually, this was a really good year to me for AEW. I thought the women of AEW, more than I say this year, I would say, or let me not say that, on equal footing, I thought this year with the females of WWE. Mercedes Moné, to me, hands down, I just said it, Vaughn. She is the best women's wrestler today. Now, over the past weekend, she's lost some titles, right? But we also talked about it a couple weeks ago when I said, well, how about that being the storyline? What if the storyline is that she's now starts to lose those titles?
Yeah.
What do we say then in that moment? And look what happens. Lo and behold, I'm not saying they listen to Mike Knoxxx Show. I mean, only been around for 3 million views, only been around for 15, 16 years. Maybe they listen. I don't know.
Hey, I don't know. What do I know?
What do I know?
Right.
But also want to give credit to where credit is due to the female of the year last year and how she continues to still evolve herself. And that's one Toni Storm. I thought had a very good year this year in professional wrestling. I want to give, like I said, some kudos to AEW. I thought that their shift in their women's division and their tag team division was great. I thought AEW as a whole, between, we know they have this thing with New Japan now for a few years, but we're talking about the weekly viewership increasing.
Yeah.
WWE marks, super marks, right? Because I'm a WWE mark, but the super marks, and I say super mark, this is completely disrespectful. Those who have no idea, it's about WWE and nothing else. No other wrestling exists but WWE. This is for you. You're missing out on alternative wrestling. You're missing out on the guys you love, the girls you love. They wonder where they went. They're here. They steadily rose this year, and they had their highest peak, which, believe it or not, because I did my research, Vaughn, right? I did my research. On August 6th, when I turned 50, was their biggest viewership show of the year. And some will laugh. They peaked at 711,000 viewers. And that's in the 18 to 49 demographic, which that's the demographic WWE used to own for decades. Yeah. That is starting to shift the tide. Overall, both Dynamite and Collision shows have both grown in 2025 since 2024. Want to give those credits where they were due. Shocking returns, betrayals, storytelling. I think AEW is where it is. I didn't think this Death Rider thing would go as far as it did. I wanted a different outcome. And like I said, with any kind of wrestling show, just because I didn't get what I want, don't mean it was bad.
Right.
I followed the breadcrumbs, and I was slinging on every word that it would be Shane McMahon behind Death Riders. I think that still would have been the biggest thing to do. Whatever reason, that wasn't it. He's not there. Thought that was great. I thought the company lost some steam when Swerve Strickland got hurt. But his return, at Full Gear this past a month ago at this point, with Samoa Joe submerging it again. Here go a guy WWE turned their back on Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Which I've also thought you pushed him, but you didn't rocket ship Samoa Joe like you could have. Samoa Joe has been a great wrestler, competitor, talent, whatever you want to call his, what he does for a company in every promotion he's ever been a part of.
Exactly.
Ring of Honor, TNA.
Everything. Yeah, your audio. Yeah, your mic again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this system. Any thoughts on the return of Samoa Joe running wrestling again, in my mind? Great everywhere he's been. Swerve Strickland coming back, bringing the company back to his feet, having a great...
Yeah, I get it. All right, so my thoughts on that, other than, as we work through the audio technical difficulties sometimes, So as far as my thoughts about Samoa Joe, having this resurgence, I mean, it's about time. Is It works great for him. Unfortunately, WWE didn't see that potential in him. That I guess they pretty much wrote him off. Much like they've done with older stars before. Like with Savage and HH, and they end up going to the rival company and having a resurgence. And so I could kind of see that with Samoa Joe, and and just the way that he has had this run, like pretty much like this later point of his career, or whatnot. It's very fitting, very fascinating that he's having this run right before AJ Styles ends up having his retirement run next year, right? Spoiler alert, right? Yeah, yeah. But the thing is, like, but I find it very fascinating though that that the tide has changed on this podcast in terms of we us being a WWE heavy podcast for so long, and now the tide has changed. It would have never have been on my bingo card. I say this all the time. Never would have been on my bingo card that we would have been AEW heavy, especially when this for a long time this was a TNA roast show, like when Spotface was on. But like I said, I digress. It really was. I don't know, but yeah, like I said, it really was. But other than that, Moxley having having a great run, where he is, and so and like I said, hats off to them, and like I said, in terms of the way the women have made their meteoric rise, like side by side with the WWE women's roster. Like I said, those are my thoughts on it, and if this is going to be their breakthrough season, if you will, let it be so. Yeah, still. Yeah, so still. Yeah. I don't know if you're muted. Yeah, Mike, I don't know if you're muted because I put in the chat. Yeah.
I don't know why it keeps going out. You can hear me now?
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead, go for it.
Yeah, I don't know why it keeps going out over and over. I want my money back. But what a great year. I don't know what you heard, but as I was saying, this past year they had great All In Texas was amazing. Wrestle Dream was amazing.
I know somebody with All In Texas.
Full Gear was amazing. Just over and over, I thought this year they delivered more than they've ever delivered. Okay. Yeah. So I want to point that out. Now, if I can get through this show before shit starts to break. Okay, how about that? Because this is getting annoying. John Cena, Jonathan, Horatio, Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the GOAT, Hill, 2.0, Tupac Shakur, never seen 17 Cena. Damn it, that's about all I have. Because I frankly thought they have done a poor job.
Yeah, and the audio breakdown again. They have done a poor job, though. Just to pick.
Girl, Welcome to Warning About WWE. I'm Akela. We are just warning about WWE. Wrestling. The year in wrestling. Let me adjust myself. I think this year has been mid. Wrestling is always entertaining in some way. This year, I can't say I've been all that entertained. Good things that came out of this year. Honorable mention. Naomi winning the title. Her deserved title. Am I being biased? Yes, but at the same time, I got to watch a woman who deserves it. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Not even one of them. My favorite wrestler of all time win that title live. I was over the moon stepping out of that stadium. Something that didn't come out of this year. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Rio. The stupidest thing ever. Rhea Ripley in general. I need 2023 slicked back hair Rhea Ripley back. Because this Rhea Ripley is not good enough. They ruined Rhea Ripley's character completely. I understand if you didn't like her before, but you're telling me you like her now? She's worse than she's ever been. Genuinely. And she needs to go to NXT. Another bad thing that's coming out of this year. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is the champion. The undisputed championship. What has he done? Roman Reigns had the title for so long and it was always interesting. Somehow he always had a storyline. I was interested in his title reign. I was inching in my seat. I was waiting. Who's gonna pin Roman Reigns? Who's gonna take that title from him? And honestly, I wish he still had this title to this day and no one's ever taken it from him. If he still had the title, I wanted him to retire with the title. Was that gonna happen? Did I think that was gonna happen? No, but it's better than what Cody Rhodes has been giving us. It's been a year since he's won the title, and what has he done? Everyone said the story was over. It's time for a new story now. It's like Cody Rhodes is writing his own story, but he doesn't know how to write. Because what has he given us as the champion? I need someone to be Cody Rhodes, not Roman Reigns. And I need a storyline. You know what I need? I need Finn Balor, specifically, not Dominic, Finn Balor to win that title and give the Judgment Day the type of storyline the Bloodline had. The storyline they deserve. And while we're speaking on the Judgment Day, I am glad Liv Morgan is back. I was shocked. Yes, I can't wait to see Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. And I'm glad she's back. Gasp, Michaela's happy Liv Morgan's back? I need her to put Rhea in her place. I miss how much Liv, it annoyed me. Her voice genuinely annoyed me, but at the same time, she is a good wrestler, and that's what we need right now. We need someone like Liv Morgan right now. This year has been disappointing, but good things have come out of it. But I'm hoping they fix themselves next year and listen to what I'm saying. Cody needs to lose that title. I'm sorry. Am I wrong? But as you guys know, I can't really talk about it like this, so let's go back over to the real Tribal Chief.
Are we back?
All right.
Keep talking.
All right. Yeah. So like I said, as far as that, if anything, I do agree with with
you can hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All right. This is, I don't know. Literally right before we went on air. Thank God Michaela Wonders, she did her thing. Amen for Michaela Wonders, who's doing her thing. The chat goes, dang, Michaela is swinging swords out here. You know what I mean? Well, you know what I mean? She's a product of the Wu-Tang Clan family.
How about
here,
that?
Amen. Michaela, Cody should lose those titles. Love that Liv is back too. Listen, that was the best part of Raw last week. I'm gonna just say that now. Monday Night Raw last week was awesome because the ending of Raw. The ending of Raw was just flat out amazing to me to see the whole thing. Everything that transpired with all the ladies, I thought just ripped it up. And I loved everything about it. Some things this year. NXT and TNA. Their whole thing, amazing. Want to talk about that as well. Want to get you out to the Bloodline, to what they accomplished this year. I thought was also pretty dope with Jey Uso winning that title at WrestleMania. Great moment. Return of Roman Reigns. Where they're going with Jey, how Jey had that rocket ship. He crashed the earth. Now he's hovering like a hoverboard, and fans are indecisive on how they feel about him because WWE is indecisive how they feel about him. CM Punk had a resurgent year because he has that title, but only because Seth Rollins yet again got hurt yet again. Shout out to the women. The women's of the WWE. That black girl magic was everywhere. Like Michaela wanted to just say, seeing Naomi win that title live was amazing. Watching Jade Cargill get that title is amazing. And even me coming out of my shell of not liking Stephanie Valkyrie, she's all that and then some. But I do want to see more from her with her storyline as well. I think that's important. And of course, to me, the men of Raw just really held it down this year. I thought the Tribal Chief, everybody knows I'm a big fan of Bronson Reed in the first place. Braun Breaker, he's expecting to have a breakout year as well. And Cena's heel turn, the biggest disappointment of the year. Now, I saw this today. It's not mine. This is Nietzsche's. Gunther beats him. He shakes Gunther's hand. The Rock hits and says, "Your soul belongs to me. You cannot retire." I'm going to say this for the benefit of those with flash photography. If that happens, that's better than what the hell we've been getting. Okay? If that happens, it's better than what we've been getting, because right now, what a big disappointment. To finally have him turn heel, and they did absolutely nothing with it. He wins the title, and that was it. It's just disappointing to see that happen to him. But again, this year to me was run
NXT.
by the young men of NXT. Trick Williams winning that TNA title. Oba Finney winning his second title this past weekend, and Javon Evans doing his thing. This is the future. And listen to me, Triple K. There is no way you're going to sit here and tell me, you try to pull the wool over my... I haven't been bamboozled. I haven't been led astray. You cannot run amok on me because I'm Mike Knoxxx with a bad computer system today, so you may not even hear this whole take it one time. Okay? What you are going to hear from me, though, is that bullshit you gave me on SmackDown, since you're not going to have one of them be in the tournament, you're going to say, well, whoever wins this match on Saturday is going to go against me against Cody Rhodes. Nobody wants to... Well, I mean, okay, we're cool with seeing that shit. But that's some kind of copy and paste ass way to replace the fact that Oba Finney did not get a chance to get in this tournament. Right. Okay? And I said before when I had my fantasy booking, if he got into the tournament, he would have had to win it. Because not even Gunther can stop the ruler of the world. And his name is no longer Sid Justice, Sid Vicious. It's Obama, Ofemi, Obama, Ofemi, Obama, Ofemi. Is the new world champion. Cody Rhodes, you're in for a world of hurt and dim sum. Y'all, I'm going to take a commercial because my shit is really fucked up. And I'm not sure how long I got. But hey, shout out to Unpop Review. For 4 years, I spent time over there. And for 4 years, I got some things I earned. We'll be right back to finish this show off, y'all. Ofemi, Obama, Ofemi, Obama.
Previously on the Mike Knoxxx Show.
No, why?
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black.
All right, but we are back. That's just a few of the nominations this week on the show. But before we get into y'all favorite segment of the week, that she says anyway, my daughter's segment, Michaela Wonders.
Ladies and gents, and the winner is, drumroll please, wondering about WWE.
Well, you guys' favorite segment, one that I've also been around for, I think, 3-4 months.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and
I am the EST of UPRE. Thank you very much.
And just for the record, y'all, I do not prep that little girl.
She just went off on everybody.
The breakout star of the year, Tiffany Stratton, Braun Breaker, Joe Hardy. We got
Hardy.
What's his damn name?
Hendry.
I hate his fucking name. Then we got the Mike Knoxxx Show, the NXT Review Show, the AEW Show, SmackDown Review Show, the Raw Show for Best UPR Show of the Year. I won it last year. I hope I win it again this year from the people. Then we got the Best Host of the Year. We got myself, Mike Knoxxx, Bad Guy Jack, Cactus Katie, Z is Silent, Venomous Vinny, and Executive Consultant.
Exactly.
Who won this?
You should see my bottom line.
Hey, Mike Knoxxx is the winner. All right, Mike.
That's 2 times in a row.
beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching.
What it is I love this award. I don't think I deserve this award. This is 2 years in a row, and I don't want this one. But I love you for it.
That's like the only one.
All right, well, who is our winner, EC? Oh. The Mike Knoxxx Show!
It's all I wanted.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas.
Thank you, God. Victory! Lose it, bite my tongue for no one. I put you on blast. So all the news channels, y'all can kiss my ass. Other YouTube or Google me. Turn it up and play it. Cause many people think it. I just had the balls to say it.
Man.
Now, all year since we left over there at BGM, we've taken no shots. No shots still being taken. Just saying, if y'all have an award show this year, it's kind of going to be tainted on who wins the awards of the year, because the ones who swept it last year aren't there anymore. But still, much love to my peoples over there at Unpart Review, Dice Man, executive consultant, Steve. I love almost 80% of everybody over there. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a will. 80% of y'all, I fucking love you. The other 20%.
Out of here.
Y'all can kiss my ass. Yeah. But I love the most of y'all though. I can't lie. I really do. So I hope everything, all bullshit aside, I was very proud of my time there. Over 4 years. We left earlier this year. Vaughn, the true soldier that he is. You know what I mean? My Rico. You're supposed to use having soldiers if you ain't going to use them. I got a soldier right here. And he said, where I go, he went. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do things around here. It was an amicable split. I didn't get fired. Okay? We decided to part ways. That's why I still got love for him. Matter of fact, they even got a cruise coming up. Y'all should go, if y'all ain't going to WrestleMania, go to their cruise. You don't get that information from them because I don't know it. But hey, me, I'm having my black ass in Vegas. Okay. That's where I choose to be. All right. But this year has been filled with so much love. Yeah, Jeffrey. It's about 20%. All right. If you actually type the name, that's how I feel in the day, right? Because my shit's all fucked up. If you type the person's name, I'm going to say yes or no. How about that?
Oh, shoot.
Oh, no. Mike, you taking off your shirt this year? Never forget that. Nah,
in Vegas.
I'm super far. I got the Jonathan Horatio Cena shirt on with the Randy Orton, you know what I mean? Chalk line. You know what I mean? I'm doing my thing, baby. I'm happy,
Vegas
baby.
no shirt on.
You know what I'm saying? That was the funniest. That one funny. Listen, I should have won Comedian of the Year. Okay? I should have. Technically, the votes came in from Mike Knoxxx. I'm gonna let y'all know about behind the scenes. I technically won that award too. Technically. But even I don't think I'm funny. I'm being honest. I don't think I get Vaughn laughing. I'm funny in the type of shit where I say real shit. Yeah. I'm not funny where I can make a joke and make you laugh. You know what I mean? That's just not who I am. You know what I mean? But so when those votes came in for that, I got a message was like, damn, Mike, like you can tell your fan base really came out and voted in categories that you should be winning. And I said, you're right, I shouldn't win that award. And I took myself out of that, you know what I mean, conversation. I shouldn't have won that award. But technically I won all them Jones over there, because if y'all don't understand by now, it's all about message, reality, and perception. Perception is
it kind of went out again. Yeah. But yeah, exactly. Reality and perception. Audio gotta get back up. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. You know what I mean? Yeah, Mike.
I'm back.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. I see what's happening. I don't know why it's doing this. It's switching. I have different microphones.
Oh. And
for some reason, out of nowhere, just before we got on air, it's now starting to switch the microphone to this one versus another one. And I don't even. So I'm going to fix it. We've never had this problem before. I apologize for those who are here now for the first time, but it's been a great year in wrestling. It just really has been, from the perspective when I look at how much I've hated it, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. You know what I mean? It could have been a lot better. Triple K got to do better. But he did not drop the ball as in NXT. Well, hold on. Did he? Did you see Saturday's pay-per-view? PLE, the last PLE of the year?
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. So you got these two studs. As what's his name on ESPN? What's the guy name? The commentator for Raw who ain't here? Pat McAfee would say two studs.
Yeah.
Two big some bitches. Then all of a sudden, D'Angelo comes out?
Tony who?
Tony Angelo? Like, what the hell is that about? Like,
yeah, Mr. was like, Tony who?
Ain't nobody checking for that man.
No.
You know what I mean? I like his gimmick when he's with the full-blooded. I'm sorry, not the full-blooded. You know what I'm trying to say?
Might as well.
Might as well be the full-blooded Italians. But there was no room for that when you had the success of NXT this past year with all the ethnicity on that show, from my girl, Miss Jordan, doing her thing. Sol Roca doing her thing. The representation over in NXT has always been top-notch. This year's probably has been the best it's actually ever been in NXT as far as ethnicity getting props. Hope they can just translate to the main roster. that's all we actually care about.
Yeah.
Okay. But again, I think the heel turn was just terrible, and it led us to have nothing but hope for this tournament, which I also feel, Vaughn, has been terrible, right?
Yeah,
and it's not been terrible from an in-ring perspective, just from the winners and losers in this thing. I thought the wrong people advanced, and I get it. We called it a couple weeks ago, Vaughn. I hate that and I pray that I'm wrong. That's the best part about wrestling. You don't want to be right. You want to be wrong about things.
Mm-hmm.
But Gunther's going to win because he's going to retire Cena and Gunther and Goldberg in the same year.
Right.
And that's the part I'm saddened by, because I don't think, not that Gunther doesn't deserve it, because I love the new robe. I mark out for that robe. The all black robe, Gunther is a throwback.
Yes.
I just don't think he needs that rub, as they say in the wrestling world. That could have went to an Obi Finney. That could have went to a Mellow Hayes. That could have went, hell, that could have went to Igno Dragunov, for heaven's sakes. It should have been somebody young and up and coming. Gunther's been around for years now. I just don't like it. And then to the thing about Cena saying he wanted to have 220 some odd dates on this, I personally, when I saw the interview with Ben Simmons, that's his name. I know it's
Bill Simmons.
Okay.
Bill Simmons.
I would have loved to have seen that, because you could have made up the mistakes, but I also understand the jet lag from flying from here, flying from there. So I get it. It's business. I've never been a person who's complained about part-timers, ever. Right? Brock Lesnar coming back, another huge moment this year. I would never complain about part-timers. Those guys, those superstars, as Vince McMahon would say, they're bigger than life. So when you see them, it's a big event. When you see Brock Lesnar, you automatically knows some shit's about to happen. It's a better event because of him. When Roman pops out, he had 4 returns this year? And 1 year the man had 4 returns.
Exactly.
I popped for all 4 of them. You know what I mean? We need 7. But again, shout out to the Young Bucks. I thought the Young Bucks, not pun intended, talking about the Braun Breaker and those guys that are the up and comings, the LA Knights, who are still out there struggling to get to to get all the way over. The WWE, you have a pile of good shit in front of you. Don't turn it into dog shit, because you have a fan base out here that feels that you're losing your fan base because you're not producing what we want to see. Could have been someone else besides Gunther. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Blake Monroe doing her thing as well after leaving AEW. Absolutely, Jeffrey. Grand Body P checking in. I think Cena heel turn run was bad by design. WWE never wanted to turn him heel. And that's also, what's out there. I don't think, because Vince McMahon would have never turned him heel, because Vince knew what he was and what he brought to the circumstances. I would have had Oba instead of Gunther. I definitely would have had Oba. But again, from those who think that I have an agenda, in all actuality, I actually do. When they ask me the question all the time, yo, Mike Knoxxx, who you going for?
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
It's simply that serious to us. And it's only because I've gone so, and I want to hear, I don't know if you guys watch Bayside, if you guys watch Fresh Prince or the Bel Air show.
Yeah.
And they had the white excellence shirts come on. And they had to have this conversation about, if I got to tell you why that doesn't make sense compared to what they're doing with Black Lives Matter versus Blue Lives Matter, then you just didn't get the picture. We have watched wrestling our entire lives. We're talking about wrestling every single day for 15 years, between Saturday at 6 o'clock and then Mondays at 6 o'clock. We went 5 days a week, Vaughn, for 2 years?
Yeah.
Over there at Fox Sports, every day from 5 to 6:30, we went live.
That's right.
Okay. And 90% of wrestlers we talk about are of Caucasian persuasion.
Right.
So my favorite wrestlers are Caucasians. When someone says my top 5 wrestlers list, there's no one black in that list. Make The Rock's the only one.
Yeah. Same with mine. Yeah, I think it's kind of cutting out again. But yeah, but I will say real quick, and I just gotta get this out. The thing is, as far as my comment about Triple H or Triple K, the fact that now that I think about it, I remember that I read like some type of interview or whatever, where The Rock was trying to tell him that blackface thing was a bad idea, and for the longest time he didn't get why it was a bad idea. So for you to call him Triple K, and just thinking about what he did with as far as like that DX blackface thing, it's more and more it's starting to reveal that that he has not moved away from that. That's like is part of
a little bit. That's Vince. Because
Part of
Vince
that's
okayed
Vince.
everything back then. Vince is the same guy who wore a do-rag and said, "What up, my nigga?" So
Yeah.
I'm not excluding Vince or anything. That's why the point I'm saying is that I can't be racist when all I talk about is white Caucasian persuasive wrestlers. It's that at this time of day, when you're copying our music, our clothes, our style of dress, everything, and when the hip hop's the one music in the world next to pop, no longer rock and roll and country, that tells you the influence. Take advantage of that influence. Again, I don't agree with everybody talking about the West Side Gun stuff, but hey, they had an opportunity to take West Side Gun, merge them with them in some kind of capacity, and make it work. You do it with Wale, but all you give him is Wale Mania. You don't actually go any further with that when he
They
has a
snatched that
pulse
from
on
him,
it as
too.
well. You're missing the ball, WWE, and I hope in 2026 you don't do that again. All right? Listen, we'll be here Saturday, myself. Hopefully this shit is working, right? But I have picked by then. And Spot Face talking John Cena's greatest moments after Saturday night's main event. The best moments of Jonathan and Rachel Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the GOAT, Hill, Tupac Shakur, never seen 17 Cena. We will discuss that this week as well. Vaughn, this may be your last show of the year. So again, I know I'll see you back in January. I appreciate you. I love you, brother. I say that openly on this microphone. That will forever be lasting as long as I have breath in my lungs. I appreciate you. I appreciate your loyalty. I appreciate your friendship. I appreciate your trust and love in me and what I'm trying to deliver here for all these years. Okay, I really do. I understood when I brought you over to Unpopular Review that wasn't for you, but I was for you. And you stayed by my side with that. And I've always, my wife appreciates you. My wife loves you because my wife, we respect and we reciprocate around here. And you're very much a reciprocator. And I thank you so much for being a friend and always being here, being my social media to the Ayatollahs and rock and rollers. Man, I got retweeted by Shawn Michaels and Ronnie Lott and Barry Sanders because of this man.
That's right.
Right here. So y'all need to get this man his props like I do.
Thank you so much. I love and appreciate you as well. You know, and the time we spent in Philadelphia at WrestleMania 40. The mic's going out again. But yeah, it's reciprocated, is mutual. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Shout out Jeffrey.
I appreciate it. Jeffrey, thank you for that. King, just the audience, the fans, I love you. I thank you. It's been a great year for wrestling. Hopefully next year will be a better year because it wasn't that. Let me rephrase that. It's been a good year for wrestling. Could have been a lot better. WrestleMania could have been a lot better. Survivor Series was trash. Could have been a lot better. We need more from you, WWE. You have too much talent to continue to drop the ball. No more excuses, Triple K. This is it. Next year, 2026, you got to show and prove like you do with NXT. We out of here, y'all. I love you forever and ever. Fingers.
Bite my tongue for no one. I put you on blast. So all the news channels, y'all can kiss my ass.